So this is a 2013 flagship device from Apple, and it's been 5 years from now the Apple has released this iPhone 5s. And in this video I am going to tell you don't buy the iPhone 5s in 2018, and the reason is that I will tell you in the further video, and I will also give you my suggestion which phone you can get in this price range. So the iPhone 5s in $180 to $213 on the Amazon. So without wasting time, let's get started. So the reason don't to buy an iPhone 5s in 2018 is the design. So the design of this iPhone 5s is not as much as good in the 2018. So a lot of device having the 18:9 screen to body ratio. So you can see that the size of this iPhone is a way much smaller as compared to nowadays phones. So you can see that the size of the screen is 4 inch, and nowadays the devices are getting the 18:9 aspect ratio screen size and a higher resolution. So the resolution of this iPhone is 1134 to 764. So this is a very low quality resolution of this smartphone, and nowadays the smartphone are getting 1920 to 1080p full resolution. So that's the reason I don't like the iPhone 5s. So the camera quality and the build quality of this iPhone 5s is not good as compared to nowadays. So you can see that it's having a metal design which is good, but you can see that it's a very small, and the screen size is also very small. So the Honor 7X, which has been released a couple of days ago from Huawei, that is the device which I suggest you to buy, because it's a $200 device, and it's a very I say cheapest device from Huawei, and it will give you a lot much good specification than the iPhone 5s, because it's having a dual camera setup which the iPhone 5s is not having, and it's having a 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage, which the iPhone 5s is not having in the $200 price range. So that's the reason I like the Honor 7X and iPhone 5s in don't to buy in 2018. So the next reason I don't like in the iPhone 5s is the camera quality. So the camera quality of the iPhone 5s is a way much better in the 2013, but nowadays the smartphone has surpassed their camera, and you can see that it's having a 8 megapixel camera, and nowadays the camera is going 18 megapixel dual camera plus 2 megapixel and 13 megapixel the telephoto lens. So you can see that it's having a single camera 8 megapixel, and nowadays the smartphone is getting more and more good quality, and that's the reason I don't suggest the iPhone 5s in 2018. So you can also buy the Huawei Honor Mate 10 Lite or Huawei Honor 6s. So they both three having the dual camera setup, while the iPhone 5s is not having the dual camera setup, while you pay $600 in the 2013. So $200 budget is a great phone of Huawei. So this time in my hand the iPhone 5s is feeling very warm and hot. So I don't know why the iPhone is getting hotter and warmer, because the some application can be done, and the Apple A7 chipset is being washed out, and Apple A10 and Apple A11 Bionic chip is greater chip than the A7. So that's the reason the iOS 11 can't access or can't support this chipset, and the iPhone 5s can sometimes lag on iOS 11, but on the iOS 9 while I am using, you can see that there is no lag on iOS 9 and iOS 10, but on the iOS 11. So this is the last version of iOS of iPhone 5s. So that's the reason the iPhone is slowing down, and iPhone 5s is a great device on iOS 11 and the iOS 9 and the iOS 8, but on the iOS 11 this is the last version of iPhone. I don't know the last version of this iOS 11 of iPhone 5s is here or not, but you can expect from Apple can do everything, and yes, the iOS 12 can be released on iPhone 5s, but Apple has been updating their iPhone to their 4 iOS versions. So that's the last version of iOS on iPhone 5s. So that's the reason I don't like the iPhone 5s, because you can pay more for get the latest Android version, and you can buy an Android 7.0 Nougat devices and can be upgraded to Android 8.0 Oreo by the latest cheaper device of Huawei. So that's the reason I don't recommend you to buy the iPhone 5s in 2018. Front camera of iPhone 5s is 2 megapixel, while nowadays the camera is being surpassed the Huawei, because the Huawei can recommend you to get the best selfie cameras experience on ever a smartphone and get the best experience in mid-range devices. So the Huawei has give the 16 megapixel shooter camera on the Huawei Honor 7X or Honor View 10 or Honor Mate 10 Lite. So the three devices are great in the mid-range budget, but the Honor 7X I can recommend you to buy in the price range of iPhone 5s. So the iPhone 5s is around about refurbished on $180 on Amazon or $213 new condition on eBay. So you can buy an Honor 7X on eBay or Amazon in the $200 price range. So I recommend you to buy an Honor 7X. Don't buy the iPhone 5s in 2018 because you don't get any customization like the Android. So I like the Android, but the iPhone 5s is smoother, and if you want a smoother experience you can buy an iPhone 7 and 8 Plus. Don't buy the iPhone 5s. I recommend you to buy an iPhone 6s if you want a smoother experience of iOS 11. So iPhone 6s is not a slower device and it can be upgraded to two new latest iOS versions. So that's the reason I can recommend you to buy the iPhone 6s. And don't buy the iPhone 5s. I can warn you as much as I can. So this is the video of iPhone 5s. Don't buy, and this is my opinion. So I will also give you the 7x reason and buy the Honor 7x of Huawei. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section of this opinions of mine, and I will catch you in the next video. Subscribe my channel, like this subscribe button, ring the bell icon right to the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will catch you in the next video. Till then, peace.